Please give a massive round of applause for Fiona Lindsay and Ella Woodward.
Hi guys, thank you for coming.
Hello everybody, it's very, very nice to be here. Well, we're here to talk about your second book,
Yes.
Deliciously Ella Every Day. And I'm just curious to know, how would you describe yourself? Are you a cook? Are you a blogger? Are you a lifestyle guru? I mean, everybody seems to be trying to pin something on you.
I know.
Who are you?
I have no idea. A bit of everything, I guess. I'm not super keen to define myself just yet. It's one thing. I love writing the books, but equally, just opened a deli in London, a kind of deli cafe, and I've enjoyed that just as much. But I love blogging. I love social media. So I don't know. I don't know if there is a word to kind of throw it all into one.
And I know you've spoken about it before, but maybe just to give us a platform for the book, you were very, very seriously ill.
Yeah, no, I got really ill in the early summer of 2011, pretty much out of nowhere, really. I was just put on so much medication, and I was put on steroids and everything, and basically for the next sort of 6 months, I basically just completely shut off from the world. I didn't really want to know, and yeah, I just realised that I needed to start to change things. So I just started researching and literally on Google and learning everything I could about anyone else who'd had any success with changing the way that they lived and the way they ate and the consequences of that. And obviously, you learn immediately that everyone's different, the consequences are different, and that this is not a one-size-fits-all, and it's also something that clearly takes time.
But do you think the blog has sort of enabled you and other people to think actually this whole sort of chef thing is taking on a different sort of persona now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's been interesting, such a rise in social media and things like that, and the effect that so many people, especially in this world of healthy living, that have come through it through a personal journey and through sharing that rather than a deliberate aim, as you said, to kind of be a chef or something. And I think, and I hope that it's making this stuff feel more accessible and more kind of, I can do that. We need to be cooking things every day, and that takes patience, but it has to be easy, and there's amazing things out there. But if it doesn't take 20 minutes and feel possible, then you're not going to do it, and can't blame anyone for that.
Have you felt that your palate has sort of been developing as you've been doing this?
When I first started doing this, it was definitely very different to now. I find myself, your sweetness levels definitely change a lot. And about 6 months or so after I started doing this, really, I tried Haribo Star Mix, which used to be a real favourite. It didn't click in the same way anymore. I can still see, conventional chocolate cake or patisserie or something and say, that looks beautiful, that looks amazing, and totally appreciate why it appeals to people. But I think my palate for kind of processed food, that's what's changed the most, because I look at that kind of stuff and I don't totally understand it.
So when you open your cupboards, your larder, what are the go-to ingredients that are there?
Avocados, always. Nut butter, I love almond butter. Dates, love dates. Sweet potatoes. And then just simple ingredients like chickpeas, I'm a hummus person. Butter beans, love sauteed butter beans. Things like oats, brown rice, lots of things like that. I mean, and that's again the same kind of concept with this book, is I wanted to show people that, it's not true that healthy eating has to be associated with spirulina and maca powder and all these sort of superfood concepts. There's actually so much more about everyday foods that you've had in your cupboard forever and you've been using forever, and just a slightly different way of using them, rather than it feeling kind of so weird.
Thank you so much for coming to visit us here in Manchester.
Yeah,
it's been a real
pleasure.
treat talking to you.
Thank you guys
and
so much.
Ella is going to be signing copies of her book, which I see soon.